Donnie Nitro here and you are watching Up on the Tire. Back with us this week is our pal Hot Rod Harry.
Donnie, it looks as if the last show didn't go over too well.
Well Harry, you know what they say.
What's that, Donnie?
If you're only paying peanuts, all you will get is a bunch of monkeys.
Guess the network should have thought about that.
Anyhow, now that the Dream Team is back, what's on your mind this week?
You know that Nitro assistant guy, Terry Oldman.
Everyone does. He has been in drag racing most his life.
I was having a conversation with him the other day. He mentioned that he remembered the first drag race he has ever been to. His favorite driver was out on his opponent the whole way until 1,000 foot, when he wrecked his chariot.
I knew he was old but didn't realize he was ancient. So did you see the sheet storm from out west? It seems there was some tech issues at Trans Am Raceway.
I was there, Donnie. You should have seen the man-horse spoiler. That thing was insane, and the kicker was it was fucking legal.
I heard they didn't run it in the race. I was told they changed it out.
Who gives a fuck if it was taken off? They should have ran that son of a bitch anyway. Just to show how stupid the damn rule is.
Who the fuck is in charge of making these rules anyhow?
Good question, but I have a better answer. Why isn't someone who actually runs these cars making the rules? This shit is getting out of hand.
You know how the good old boy system works at No Hot Rods Allowed. Did you see what the guy who punched with has to say about all of this?
He makes some valid points, but it doesn't matter. When has the big show brass ever listened to one of its pro drivers without using brute force? No Hot Rods Allowed sees the potential of these cars and wants their share.
Can't they just race somewhere else?
Sure, at a unsanctioned outlaw track, but who really wants to do that?
I think the nostalgia cars are past the point of no return.
It's their own fault, really. Once you make a few exceptions for certain people, then you have to keep making them. People should have stood up for themselves a long time ago, but they were just happy having a place to race. Some even think they are living legends now. How fucking funny is that?
It's kinda pathetic, honestly. Anything else you would like to discuss this week?
I do have a small thing to discuss. I want to know why a guy would take a body from the 90s and think by changing the vinyl he can fool someone into thinking it's a 70s car.
What makes you think he is trying to fool anyone?
Easy. If you weren't trying to fool anyone, you would just call it what it is. It's his money, so it's up to him, but I think it's sending the wrong message.
Care to explain?
Sure, it's saying that it's alright to run anything you want. Who gives a fuck what anyone thinks? I think it's kinda degrading to the spectator.
I'm not touching that can of worms. Harry, did you see the poncho guy getting his panties into a bunch over some comments about the new performance marks of that Pro Mod?
Well, what did he expect? He came onto a funny cardboard talking about some Pontiac Pro Mod. Granted, it ran good for a Pontiac, but it's a long way from being competitive.
Yeah, but it's only producing 13 pounds of boost.
Did you ever stop to think maybe that's all the boost they can have? What happens if they get 26 pounds of boost? Will it kick the rods out? No one really knows. So to call it viable before it's been under full boost is asinine at best.
Kind of like claiming you're the smartest kid on the short bus. Have you noticed that Silly B comments on every fucking thread? What the fuck's with that?
Between me and Silly B, we know everything. Silly B knows everything, except that he's an asshole, and I know that.
I heard that Rob Brozetti has gone underground and is in the witness protection plan and won't be able to finish the Fabulous Ford. Any truth to this rumor?
I think he's tired of the bullshit. Look at the name of Willie J. Johnson's funny car for your answer.
Before we end this show, I wanted to tell you about something we have set up. We have set up a email account so you can send in questions and letters. We will choose one or two a week to read on the air and respond to.
This ought to be interesting. Who the fuck came up with this brilliant plan?
Until you get your own show, I am in charge here. You just sit there and shut the hell up. Okay, here is our email address. uponthetire@gmail.com. Up on the Tire is all one word. We are looking forward to hearing from our viewers. Till next time, this has been Donnie Nitro.
And I'm Hot Rod Harry.
And you have been watching Up on the Tire.